All right, ready for evolution. Greetings, Brother Eric Torrey Muhammad here, live via Facebook as well as Zoom platform, and I'm going to share this on our YouTube channel, erictorreymuhammad.com. I'm sorry, not .com. Eric Torrey Muhammad, our YouTube channel. All right, there's a huge accomplishment that happened in the world of wealth builders worldwide today, in a report received from Karatbars International. I want to share it, but I want to share with you why millions of people will come to Karatbars, millions will come to wealth builders worldwide, and we have the best compensation plan ever, ever. And you can study this. You can go back and refer to any program you might have been in the past. If you are MLM, multi-level marketing, or if you're in multi-level marketing or direct sales, any plan that you were a part of, you won't find a plan as significant, as prominent, as rewarding as Karatbars International. Okay, so let me start with the first announcement. The first announcement is in Karatbars, World of Karatbars, we have the top 10 direct sales report that was just issued today out of Stuttgart, Germany. And with 800 and nearly 800,000, a little more than 800,000 affiliates worldwide, the number one direct sales earner, the top earning affiliate in the world of Karatbars International, is a part of Wealth Builders Worldwide. We're talking about the CEO, the one who constantly empowers others. We're talking about Mr. Michael L. Dalco. He has achieved the number one slot as being the top earner in direct sales of Karatbars International. Now, why is that so significant? Because when he came 6 years ago, there were 300,000 affiliates ahead of him. And here we are 6 years later with 800,000 affiliates. He's outpaced all of those affiliates, including his sponsor, including his mentor, and he has hit the number one status of direct sales. That is a major, major accomplishment. It shows that the formula, the system in Wealth Builders Worldwide, absolutely, unequivocally, hands down, works. And you need to understand how it works. So I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to talk to you about some of the traditional elements of compensation found in networking. Okay, trying to get my little screen right here so I can show you. I was just so amped and excited that I needed to show you this. Okay, so look, you have four traditional, and I call this the grand slam of compensation. Mr. Dalco has hit the grand slam of compensation and is available to everyone. This is how it works. You have four major components when it comes to compensation in multi-level marketing or in direct sales or in networking. Okay, you have what's known as the breakaway. You have the unilevel, you have the matrix, you have the binary or dual system. Okay, so the breakaway is where you sign up as one person, right? And you go out and sponsor everybody and their mama. You just keep sponsoring, keep sponsoring, keep sponsoring. That's the breakaway. And what happens is the more people you have on your team, naturally, the more opportunity you have to be compensated for the work that they do. And as a result, you can wax tremendously wealthy in a system like that. That's just generally speaking. Okay. Then you have, I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible because I'm too excited. Then you have the unilevel. Okay. The unilevel works along the line of what you do, but in traditional network marketing, it's limited. It only comes with levels. In traditional network marketing, it comes with levels. So in unilevel, you don't earn as much as fast because you normally have to combine the unilevel, uni meaning one, you normally have to combine that with another element in direct sales in order to enjoy lucrative compensation more readily or faster. Okay, unilevel is where you as an individual go out and handle your product and you derive income or residual from it, but it really comes slow. Then you have the matrix. The matrix system in most marketing programs. It operates off of a 3x7 matrix or 3x7 ratio. This means you get 3 people. That's the first level. It all deals with levels now in that world. We don't have levels in Karatbars. but it all deals with levels in that world. Okay, here you go. So it's the first level is you, and you go out and get 3, and then your third level becomes 27, then your fourth level becomes 81, and your fifth level becomes 243, your sixth level becomes 729, your seventh level becomes 2,187. That's the idea of the matrix. It multiplies by 3s. Okay, so you get 3 people, and then the next line becomes 9. Then the next line multiplied by 3 gets 27. Then the next line multiplied by 3 gets 81. Then the next one gives you 243. The next one gives you 729. The next one 2,187. And then the seventh line gives you 3,279. Okay, it's simple math. Here's the issue: when you have in most traditional network marketing programs, you have systems where they cap it. So if you have 7 levels and it stops at 2,187, as I just mentioned, here's the issue. The issue is you generally, if you're a breakaway, you already have hundreds in your downline, but you're only allowed to go 7 levels. Okay, and if everybody in your breakaway does what you do, then you can fill up to roughly 3,000, 3,200, maybe 80 people, or 3,279 people. Okay, here's the issue. If everybody does what you have done in that limited level, it would take a company to have at least, bare minimum, 2 million affiliates working it. It required 2 million distributors. And they have to be working it. That would be a combination of China, US, and Germany to get, that level of exposure and opportunity. But you have to have a unique product by which that can happen. And nobody out here has the product that we have. Our product is money. Okay, so now you have the other aspect, binary. Binary is that compensation system where you have teams. They in old school networking, they called it profit centers. So you weren't a team, you weren't a member, you weren't family, you were a profit center. Okay, and so your left side, right side, or profit center 1, profit center 2, or team 1 or team 2, and those people on the team will go out to get people as you have done, and as a result, you will receive compensation for the work that they do, as well as what you've done in your breakaway system. All right, here is the power of Karatbars and what was so magnificent about the accomplishment of Mr. Dalco. And then I will share with you what my next dream is. He's absolutely expanded my dream. Look, and please, those of you who are exposed to this, please share it. If you're on Facebook, share this opportunity, share this message. It will not cheat you, I guarantee you. If you study it, you will understand what you have, and this message will absolutely not cheat you. All right? So here's the significance of what Mr. Dalco has done. What he has done is proven that the system of wealth builders worldwide works. He's proven the vision of our CEO and founder, Mr. Todd Best. And what is that vision? That vision is to build a unique community that sees an opportunity, loves an opportunity, shares an opportunity, and then teaches or earn while you learn. All right? That culture far outstrips anything that's ever come before us, because there are no big I's and little U's in wealth building. It's just a matter of the size of your dream and the drive you put behind it. Okay, so this is what the power of Mr. Dalco did. He took the formula of wealth builders. Number 1, he saved gold. Later, years later, he started acquiring gold-backed cryptocurrency. Why do I say years later? Because when he began 6 years ago, along with Mr. Best and so many of you that are on this platform, there was only gold. There was only a gram of gold, 2.5 grams of gold, then 5 grams of gold. And that was it. You know, and you were encouraged to go out and tell people to save in gold and hold your money and earn. And they did this to the bust. Okay. Then all the other avenues came into place, but the foundation of waxing wealthy came from saving 1 gram of gold a month, at least 1 gram of gold a month, and telling others and getting others to do the same, duplication. All right. So Mr. Dalco was the breakaway. He took the instruction of Mr. Best. He said to him, and I'm paraphrasing what he said, the quote was, but he said, Mike, if you call 300 people in 30 days, you will have a business. This man called 300 people in a month, and he had him a business. He may have done more than that because he's so fired up. That's what he does. I did 100 people a day, and I know that the business is there because it proved successful for me, just as I see the growth and development in the history of Mr. Dalco's. So I knew if he did it this way, and if I just go out and hit it, and I will earn and I will learn, I will tweak, I will develop, I will improve on my outreach, I will improve in my live event trainings, I will improve on what I share with others, I will say less to more people faster, I will follow the map, I will develop massive action as Mr. Dalco did, as Mr. Best did, as other leaders in front of us have done, and I have no choice but to be successful. We have been saying this for a year, or I have for a year, that you have no choice but to be successful if you do what your leaders do. And now the #1 earner in Karatbars International is a wealth builder. God dog. And so what has happened now? That's the top 10 slot. He's #1 out of 10 slots. My new dream and vision for all that are listening, those remaining slots will be filled by wealth builders. Millions of people will come to wealth builders because the compensation plan in a time of economic hardship, economic distress, economic disparity, job insecurity, homelessness, joblessness, hunger. There's no way and no reason in the world that people will not come to Karatbars International, because we'll be the only one in town with the only solution in town with the best product ever. So he did it by saving gold, right? Then he moved along. That gold saving came into the unilevel process. And what happened in the unilevel process? He earned not only more value to the gold he saved in his My Gold account, but he also gained free gold, because we are the only system that provides free gold and free gold-backed cryptocurrency. So when people say, oh man, your gold costs too much, there's no cost associated with an asset. No cost associated with an asset. Cost implies debt. We don't have that. We exchange our currency, our fiat, our devalued or worth less, not worthless yet, but worth dash less, because every day it's dropping. So we take that worth less fiat currency, that dollar, and we exchange it for this pure asset, face value asset, which is gold. All right. And we save that gold monthly, weekly, or bi-weekly. And you can save either 1 gram of gold, 1.5 grams of gold, or 5 grams of gold. And if you save that monthly, there's a loyalty program associated with Karatbars International. This thing is phenomenal. When you save gold consecutively for a period of months, Karatbars will grant you free gold for having faith in them. And you can literally receive up to 25 grams of gold for your loyalty. Your loyalty to yourself. You're just saving for yourself. Now, if you are like some of us are, if you are an individual who also has a business, who also has family, who also has loved ones or friends that you include or incorporate into your organization, and all those entities are saving 1 gram of gold a month, just 1 gram of gold a month, and they do it successfully so long, and they duplicate what they're doing with others, you can see 25 grams of gold here, 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 free. This is by far the greatest compensation plan to ever hit our time, our lifetime, and it's coming to you. Why is it that most people have not seen Karatbars yet? I can't fully answer that. I have my ideas, but I can't fully answer that. But I will tell you this, that Mr. Dalco became a breakaway. He has more than 75,000 people in his downline. He is swiftly approaching 10, well, actually, he's at 10% of all that comprises all the affiliates of Karatbars International. 10% in his downline. That's a breakaway for your, okay? So he did that. And he's got many of them to duplicate what he's doing. Plus, he's saving in gold. Now, so when he's saving gold at a unit level, and he has that team in breakaway who is doing what he's doing, that means he's not only being given the gold based off of what he has done personally, but all those that duplicate under his breakaway, under those that have signed up with him, sponsored under him. He now receives a calculation from what they have given. Thus, he can live free off of just a unit level alone. I hope you understand what I'm saying now. Okay, because look, it doesn't stop there, it gets better. See, when you save gold and people say, and you can tell people, when they say, look, how do I make money in Karatbars? You mean I have to go out and recruit and tell everybody? No, you don't have to do any of that. But if you do it, it will reward you. Okay, but if you don't do it, it will reward you. How? Because if you came in like he did, and gold at the time might have been $40 a gram, and he's saving it, and now gold is roughly $70 a gram, and you've been stacking gold for 6 years, you don't think he's made money? His net worth in his household has increased dozens timefold. But it doesn't stop there. What makes him the #1 direct sales earner? Okay, I told you about this matrix, right? And in the matrix system, in multi-level marketing, that was always limited. That was always capped. And I told you about the power of it, right? You know, first there's you. And understand this, family. It's not that this is not attainable. This is absolutely achievable by you and anyone else who's in the sound of my voice, who has joined Karatbars, or those who have been flirting with the possibility of getting on board and getting started with your free gold savings account. You have that power. Look, so you're one person. You go get 3 people. Well, then the next tier, you have 1, 3, then you'll have 27, then you'll have 81, then you have 243, like I said to you, then you'll have 729, you'll have 2,187. But in multi-level marketing and traditional direct sales programs, that's a cap. It goes no further than 6 or 7 levels. And you can't achieve anymore. You're capped out. So you're promised unlimited income, but with limited growth. You see, in the world of Karatbars, you can grow your lines into infinity. You can grow your wealth into infinity, and you can get paid up to 180,000 times a week in our dual compensation plan, or in what's known as binary. So here we go. Here's your binary plan. In your binary plan, you are allowed to have what's known as a left side and a right side, or a left team and a right team, or team 1 or team 2. Not a cost center, but your people building. So in your people building, you're developing relationships. So you have one side and the next side, a left and a right. Okay, what happens? In that team, those teams, they go out and get 3 people like the Matrix. Okay, they go get 3 people to look at this opportunity and they develop teams. When those teams acquire packages, of course, you have to have a package also to benefit from the binary system. It's optional. You can do it from a bronze, you can do it from a silver, you can do it from a gold, you can do it from a VIP status. When Mr. Dalco began, he did it from a silver status. He wasn't VIP. He wasn't VIP for a while until he realized how much money he was leaving on the table, because he was a breakaway, he was a breakout and a breakaway. Okay, so here you have this system where you could be a millionaire at a bronze level. Sorry, status. You can be a millionaire at a silver status. You can be a millionaire at a gold status. You can be a millionaire at a VIP status. You can be a millionaire from a unilevel. It's just a matter of how fast you want to go. How much more do you want to have? Do you want, and Mr. Best says, Arby's, or do you want Chick-fil-A? You see, it's a matter of where you want to go, what status you're trying to achieve, how big is your dream? And watch this, it takes off and you do nothing. I'll give you an example. I'll say nothing, but I'm being facetious with that, okay? There's work involved. You put in work to make the connections with people, to help them to understand that you are building something that will benefit them as well as yourself and your family. By what? Saving in gold and getting paid to save. Develop it as a business, get a package, and you get paid every week. I have an affiliate on the line who's on this stream now. Okay, I sponsored him. He went out and sponsored another gentleman in North Carolina. That gentleman sponsored another young lady, also I think in Virginia. Well, I was in New York on Strong Island, and all of a sudden I started seeing these units bump into my system. 350 units here, 500 units here, 50 units here, 150 units there. And it turns out that down that line, the person in Virginia purchased a 15K profit package. And not only did I get units, but I also received compensation. I received commission based off of the purchase of the affiliate in Virginia. Everybody in that line received compensation, but wait, I also received matching bonuses because those units caused others to cycle, and everybody in that line that got units, that cycled, I in turn got a matching bonus, but so did my sponsor, who is my wife. Man, so when you have a 10% of an entire company in your downline, and you strive to lead by example, you can be just that successful. So now the dual compensation plan, it busts through everything that's ever come because there are no levels and your product is money. Who does not want money when you understand that gold is money? Who doesn't want it? Who doesn't understand it? You know, we have a duty to get this word out and share it with people and tell everybody, as Mr. Best says, 98.6 and breathing, to understand this is the greatest compensation plan that has ever come because there are no limits to it. So why will you see millions of people in Karatbars International, and why will you see millions of members of Wealth Builders Worldwide as affiliates? Because we have the good news. We have the only news on the planet that will absolutely save people and remove the despair, that remove the limitations. Who's that breakaway in your system? Who's that person going to take it and run with you and for you and or past you? And Mr. Dalco, Nate Hines was his sponsor. He ran way past anything that Nate Hines envisioned. Mr. Best is his direct mentor. Nate Hines turned Mr. Delco on to Mr. Best. Mr. Best married him on to the vision of Wealth Builders Worldwide, and it took off. And now you have 100,000 members of Wealth Builders Worldwide. Okay, who's going to be your breakaway person? What are you going to do? Mr. Dalco, he shared with me, and I share it often when we talk about massive action plan. He shared with me how he took massive action and what it looked like. He said, Mr. Teray, when you take gunpowder and you put it at one point and just lay it out in a line to another point, and you light a match to it, it's just going to fizzle, fizzle, fizzle along that line until it fizzles out. But if you take that same amount of gunpowder and instead of laying it out in a line, if you just pack it all in one space, compact it, compound it, pile it up, you drop a match on that, you can blow up a building. That's the power of massive action. That's what it is. What is the difference between you, or the distance rather, between you and realizing your dream? It's only 100 phone calls. Last night in our training on the 90-day run, we talked about, and you can find that training on Eric Teray Muhammad on YouTube, Eric Teray Muhammad YouTube channel. Okay. In our 90-day run, we talked about how to take massive action. We have what is known as the map. That map, sorry, let's see here. That map, MAP, stands for Massive Action Plan. Massive Action Plan. You find it on our Wealth Builder site, mywbw.net. That's My Wealth Builders Worldwide. So that's www.mywbw.net. Okay? You go to that site, you're going to find the map, Massive Action Plan. Right on the home page, you click that box with the red X in it, and it'll take you to the things that we need to do in order to enjoy massive action. What do we need to do? Make a list. Make a list of everyone that you know. Make a list of everybody that you can think of. Spare no one, and don't try to think with your pocket when you think for these people. All right? Well, I don't know a lot of people. Yes, you do. Or I don't have a way of contacting a lot of people. Yes, you do. You have this doggone phone. You have this phone. And with your phone, I mean, my God, if you just go to the alphabets, the directory in your phone, and you just go to the letter A. I gave this assignment last night. Work for an hour from starting with the letter A and write down every name and number that you find. That's I'm in G's right now for this month, right? I've been in a year and I'm only at G's because I write down every name and number that I have in my phone. You know what you compile over years? It's just like you're in a home or an apartment, right? And you're ready to move. You've expanded, or you're trying to get to another space. And it's time to move. If you've been in that home 6 months, let alone a year or 10 years or 15 years, imagine how much you've accumulated that has to be packed, hung, boxed up, delivered to another space. And you scratching your head talking about, man, how did I get all this stuff? I've only been here 6 months or a year. I don't even remember getting all this stuff. That's the same way it is with your phone. Your phone becomes a catch-all for every bit of communication you've ever made, knowingly or unknowingly. You go to that phone and you look under A and you'll see a series of numbers, phone numbers, or you'll see a series of businesses. You'll see a series of names that some of them names have even, they don't even have the phone anymore. Someone else might have that phone number now. But you are guaranteed to have more people in your phone than you can ever remember just off of memory. So you go through A's and you write them all down. You go through B's, you write them all down. You go through C's and you write them all down. You make a list. If you don't have 100 people written down, you do not have a list. If you want to think, you got to put it to ink. You make your list. You make your list of 100 people or more, and then you're going to call people. You're going to what we call prospect. All right. You're going to prospect people. I'm just showing you the tenets of what Mr. Dalco did. And it's not that I taught Dalco. I learned from Mr. Dalco because he learned from Mr. Best and he learned from others. And we all follow the same process. Massive action plan found on our Wealth Builders Worldwide website. We follow the plan. So we prospect and we're mastering, I know I'm not there yet, but we strive to master the art of saying less to more people faster. So I see Brother Jihad on the line, Brother Mark Hammonds, Brother Avery. Hey, brother, I sent you back that email. Good afternoon to you. Sister Tiffany Sutton, we love you, Queen. Thank you so much for all that you do. Brother Carlito, Brother Marshall, tag it. Hey, brother, I'm coming into Alabama in 2 weeks. And Brother Darrell Muhammad, Assalamu alaikum, I'll be in Macon in a week. Okay, so, how does it work? I'll reach the phone, I'll grab the phone. I'll say, let me see if I can dial Carlito Muhammad. And I'll dial Carlito. Hey, Carlito, look, this is Eric Muhammad, Ready for Revolution. Listen, I know your time is valuable. I just want to leave something with you. Can I email it to you or can I drop it in a text message here? Take a look at it. I'll hit you back in a couple of days. Then I move on to the next person. And I share the same thing. Why do you work from that list of your phone contacts? Because that's your phone list. All right. Those are what's known as warm contacts, people that are close to you, and it's not cold calling. You gain confidence and comfort as you continuously reach out to people, and you'll also gain a pulse from the community. You'll have an understanding of what their needs are just in holding the conversation. Somebody might say, oh, girl, I'm glad you called. You don't know how bad I want to get away from this job. Oh, I'm glad you called. Man, I just got this windfall from my RA and I just don't know what to do with it. I don't trust the banks. You have no idea what people are going through and how many people are waiting for you in this opportunity. Just like I was looking for the opportunity and didn't know it was Karatbars. I didn't know it was Wealth Builders. So I'm a firm believer in serendipity. I had to say it slow because I always mess it up. I'm a firm believer in call to action or call and response. If I cry out for it, something out there is going to meet the cry. If I'm looking for a change, if I'm looking for relief from my condition, something somewhere out there by God's permission is going to meet me. And when it meets me, I'm going to marry onto it and I'm going to go. And that's what happened with Karatbars. So massive action, you make your list, you prospect, and then you get back to them when you said you would, because in follow-up, that is your fortune. Your fortune is in your follow-up, right? So when you do that and you move in that way, you call them back in the time frame you said you were calling back. You say, hey, Carlito, did you get a chance to look at the video? Great. What did you like best about what you saw? And then you be quiet and let him tell you. Or what if you didn't see the video? Okay, let's get back together when you have. I'll give you another day or so. You see, because you don't want to waste time talking through information you sent that person that will explain everything that they might ask. Because it's about time and the importance of time. So Your fortune's in the follow-up. They saw the video, they're going to tell you what they liked about it. They're ready to go to the next step. Then you do your three-way call. You get your three-way call, get it started, get things going. All right? Your three-way call, your goal setting now with your prospect. They've signed up, they're fired up, they're ready to go. Well, look, do you want to just earn monthly through saving, or do you want to earn weekly as a business? Let them tell you, and then get them started. Let's get you started. Think about this. Some years ago, there was no internet. There was no social media platforms. And you're talking about you have it hard. There are people who had to literally get on the phone and cold canvas and cold call and then travel. And they had to travel miles, to get to a space. Some of them took planes to appointments that people weren't there for because there was no way to contact you to let you know that they weren't available. They didn't have cell phones. And still and yet, network marketing then as now is the largest industry in society. Well, take it away from the military. It take out the prison industry. And take out the agricultural exploitation of communities. Take away the legal enticement of lottery, IRAs, co-accounts, 401ks, pension plans. We're the largest and safest wealth producing and wealth building industry on the planet. $200 billion generated each year in network marketing. And people try to discourage you from it because they want you to treat it like it's that thing. I guarantee you, it is not a thing. It is the thing to do. It is a solution. All right. So this is all that Mr. Dalco has done. And he's duplicated this over and over. And I'm finding success in it same way. How so? You ask yourself the question, if people were to duplicate what you do in this business right now, what would your business look like? And when you see that there's room for opportunity to make your business better, then you work on those aspects to make it better. And what I'm striving to do is work with all those first liners, people that I've sponsored. I try to work with them one-on-one as much as I can, because eventually you grow to a point where you cannot. Because remember, 3 turns into 9, 9 turns into 27, and so on, right? So you'll get to a point where you cannot work like that. So you're going to have to train people up in the way that they should go. And that requires simplicity. Keep it simple, you will duplicate. You duplicate, you will create wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Hey, Brother Supreme X. So, congratulations again. It's a great victory for all of us in Wealth Builders Worldwide. To Mr. Michael L. Dalco, the CEO, constantly empowering others or continuously empowering others. I know I gain a lot from his leadership and his mentorship. And I know that if it worked for him, it's going to work for me. And if it works for me, I know it will work for those hundreds or so affiliates that are on my teams. And it will work for you and yours. Millions of people will come to Karatbars International because they'll have no choice. Millions of people will come to Wealth Builders Worldwide because they will understand the success, the achievements, and understand that it's possible, because we teach you to pay yourself first. So the next recorded Zoom will be later this evening. You will see the opportunity in our 90-day run. Is going to talk about the unilevel program. It will talk about the compensation program again, but it'll be a little more, not as detailed and chopped up as it is on this board, but you will receive information that will explain directly how it works. And from that information, you'll be able to access it, the recording, and you can play it back as many times you need to take notes and go back and check it out. Just check out what we're saying. Look, you can't lose anything by following us, but you can't gain anything if you don't. And that's just fact. As my brother Kevin 2X Thompson says, we just keep it 100. You know? So we'll be back later on. It'll stream. You'll see it advertised or announced rather on different social media platforms. Go to Eric Teray Muhammad on our YouTube channel in the event that you want to take a look at the training that began last night. We're on a 90-day run, y'all. And the first 30 days is designed to help you understand what you have in Karatbars as your premier savings plan, and ultimately the premier business plan if you choose to exercise the option in turning this into a business. That's the first 30 days. Then in the second aspect, the next 30 days, you're going to learn about presentation, how to present in the home, how to present to across social platforms, how to present in live events. You know, you're going to learn all that from us because it's about duplication, right? Then you're also going to learn in those 30 days about social media approaches, how to prospect in social media, what your profile should look like on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook. What are you looking to address or attempt? And mind you, look, you got to understand you're in an e-commerce opportunity with Karatbars. E-commerce means that you can do worldwide business. You can do business globally. There are over 7 billion people in the world, you know, and 99% of the people have no idea that gold is available, affordable, accessible, transactionable, and can be delivered right to their home or kept in a free gold savings account. They have no idea. And you have that message and the proof of that message. You have it in your possession. So it's an e-commerce business. Why Karatbars? It's free to join. It's your own business. It's a global economy. It's unlimited income. It's flexible hours. It's an inheritable asset. Gold is an asset. You can leave it to your loved ones or leave it to your business to sustain the business. Your product is money. Gold is money. Every activity in Karatbars is an asset as well as an income producing activity. You have no overhead. You have no employees. That makes it a no-brainer. So get back to the one who introduced this opportunity to you of Karatbars International. Get back to that one and let them know you're ready to get started with number 1, your free gold savings account. 2, go on and get your package. 3, get your KYCs done. 4, saving gold. 5, tell a whole lot of people, as many as you can. Thank you for listening. Peace and power. Forward.